You see, their reaction to that statement, to that language from a number one Biafra. That is a wife of Biafra. When you are talking about Biafra, Ojukwu Bianca is a wife of Biafra. Now, Tinubu now wire her enter inside camp, and she allowed the wiring. Why will she allow it? Is that sense? She want to break Biafra to particles. But I don't believe it can succeed. See, Tinubu have lost the reality. As a president, what you're supposed to have done now, the first and foremost, release Nnamdi Kanu and let peace reign in eastern part of Nigeria. You don't release somebody and you know that is really lion of the agitation of Biafra. And Biafra must come to pass. That one is reality. So three when fall down, you never come on the one way for up. The one way down, you want to remove it. Is it possible? You want to bring Bianca, the head of the struggling of the mastermind of the election of Biafra land, Ojukwu. You see, when you say ridiculous, when you hear that type of statement, and now the woman now stand in the city, it's like maybe they brainwash that woman with a superpower language. Because in a reality home, I don't think that woman will accept that job in the first place. Because it's a taboo to where she's coming from. You understand? It's a taboo. Okay, see now the Kanu is somewhere, in consideration. With this present government, it's never been released. Right from Buhari, the same caliber. That Buhari now left. Tribunal came for it to have done a fatherly will, release that young man and let peace reign in that part of the nation. We are all Nigeria. Now you are now using trickish. You go brainwash woman. When you know say woman is easy to brainwash, and you come when I don't go foreign affair. Now you go everywhere. They tell them say my government good. Your government no good. The government of President Tinubu is a zero government. See, we have to say the truth. The truth is there. What you supposed to do, you don't do. You do my thing. People they please say you get liver. You know get liver. See, Nigeria is suffering. Number one thing, Nigeria is out of the game. Poverty don't finish Nigeria. Hardship don't finish Nigeria. Appointment of Bianca will never stop the agitation of Biafra. That one is reality. You can never stop it. They even add more fuel to the fire. It will boil more because it's like you want to give it's like a slap to their face, appointing their number one as your associate, lieutenant in a struggle against your government. Now you now brought her inside the government. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? Okay, we now accept, we now leave Biafra. It's impossibility.
Let's talk of River State. The court has ordered CBM to withdraw, not stop giving River State revenue.
You see, Nigeria is coming to an end. If you watch the scenario, Nigeria will come to an end this night or tomorrow. You see what happened to Tinubu when he was the governor of Lagos State during the time of Obasanjo. It's like he's not bringing that scene since three last, almost 20-something years ago. You now bring it now to the daylight when now people that were born then they now have more sense. Talkers of me and you that were present then. Enough sense, enough technology. Now you now brought the same shameful things from the government yard. You now bring daylight to Port Harcourt, the Lion State. You see, the truth is the truth. The government don't have truth. That's why they are beating about the bull. They don't know what they will do. See, you not close the allocation of monetary to the state because of one person. You want to punish the whole citizen. Like Obasanjo did to you. You want to do part two to this. See, their days are numbered. See, let us be frank with ourselves. Their days are numbered, and it's illegal. A sitting court can never approve that kind of a situation because we are in a blind hole. The government is blind. The government don't even know what it's doing anymore. It's just like what Senator Dume has said. He said they don't know, so they are caged in that sort of. They don't even know what's happening outside. Somebody just come and give them a written sheet, they sign. Okay, see what's happening. Can you open your eye and say allocation to a state must be seized because of a problem with a governor and a political father, so-called Wike? Okay, now Wike is the lord, is the landlord of Nigeria. See, let us be frank with ourselves. Anything can happen. And when things happen, Nigeria are looking for a wickedly change, a wickedly revoke against the government, which is mass revolution. It's coming. They are just trying to hide it one way or the other, but it will come and burst. And when it bursts, When it burst, everybody will face the panic. Now them be the first people to face the panic.
We hope the Niger Delta militants don't start blowing up pipelines.
See, you are just giving them the go ahead, give them the document, say, okay, go and blow everywhere. Because they have that language that, okay, you give us permission. It's a language of permission. With the open eye, they seize our money, and I hear the money they come from. It's not possible. Here is not Lagos State. Port Harcourt is not Lagos State too. So they should rethink and do the right thing before it's too late. Because if they don't take time, now they say fuel now, fuel fee will enter 1 billion for per liter because they are giving them authority to go and destroy everywhere. Because they can't open their eye and they'll be watching injustice. See, you already divided River State. Why not seizing the money for them to survive? How will they survive? They have a problem.
What's your advice to Wike?
My advice to Wike is to stop all those rascalitism, elderly rascality. You should stop it. Just like what Shimole said against Igbenedion there. You see, all those elderly rascality is getting out of hand in Nigeria. Nigeria must come together as one. Let us follow the rule of law. The truth has. See, let us follow the truth. See, the truth will heal Nigeria. Nigeria doesn't have truth. Imagine Wike, ordinary 1 year, you want to put the man in his pocket. Now the man say no. Okay, now you work for boss, you work for Tinubu. You put one finger for PDP, then the rest 9 put them for APC. Now you are now destroying Port Harcourt. It's not possible for him. So I should advise you to let peace reign, reconcile, forget, and forgive, and let's movement.
Billions of naira.
Billions of naira, you dey chop. Billions of naira there, and then they control Aso Rock, and then they control Abuja, then they control everywhere. So leave River State for that boy, make himself control, make himself see something, make people self see something. Now you are not controlling everywhere to the extent you are not authorized to block the allocation. It's an evil deal.
What's also a time for Fubara?
Fubara, please, Fubara should also know that situation like this, you have to use brain. You can use brain, catch monkey. No matter how monkey smart is, if you use your brain, you catch them. Use brain, catch Wike. Because Wike is just like a talapa, and senior monkey, but they are doing wrong. They are doing wrong. The young man is right. They should give the young man a field to play democracy. Let River State enjoy democracy. And let Nigeria as a generality enjoy democracy. Because we are suffering.
Nobody's hearing about Edo State now.
Edo State have been captured by them, the lions. You understand? They capture it, and now they are now waiting for the handover. Let us be seeing what is happening, the scenario. But what just like them, that the my own part of it, now it come to power. Whether PDP, APC, but now Ishama, you can see what you could do for Ishan land. For me, I'm from Ekoma. So Benin don't chop, so see whether we see something. So, but Edo is not Lagos. Under Jakarta. Under Jakarta.
Okay.
Wickedness.
Edo na Lagos now.
Now, reality.
Don't be saying no be Lagos.
No, say Edo no be Lagos. That language had been cancelled. They don't raise them. Now, Oba of Benin, Oba of Lagos. They now chop together now.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Looking at Bianca Ojukwu, father was the former governor. She was the first Miss Nigeria to win that award, married to late Odumegwu Ojukwu, the Biafran warlord, so to say. Bianca is someone, for me, who has paid his dues. We cannot say
She has
because
paid her dues.
yes, in terms of holding herself to the reality on ground, trying to position Igbos with the husband to take a fair share to the issues that surrounds the development of the Igbo land. The Igbo need to have a national presence in Nigeria first, because you cannot say that because the husband was Igbos agitating for Biafra, and he shouldn't take up an appointment that it has been taken up before. This is not the first time. Under Jonathan, we saw Bianca Ojukwu taking up appointment, even under agitation. Agitation for Biafra started in 1999. Immediately, we switched over from military rule to civilian rule. Under Obasanjo, Masop kick-started From there, it has evolved over time. It has become more clear. It has become more daring. It has become an admiration of people all over the world, including the Yorubas and Northerners. Everybody is just admiring the way and manner and believing and imagining that one day Biafra will come physically as a nation. But away from that, Biafra has not come. Igbos do not need to put off their national presence in Nigeria. They don't need to do that. We know the consequences. We understand what Igbos are going through, and we need to be there. So, but the appointment, or it's not that people have not been able to,
You said you believe that Nigeria can work.
people have not been able to dissect, believing that Nigeria can work. If you look at that statement very well, there are 200 million angles to that statement. There are different ways how you can actually interpret the meaning of that word. I believe Nigeria can work. Believing that Nigeria can work is in two ways. One, faith-based. Believing does not mean that Nigeria is working or Nigeria can work. You are just faith. Don't you know what is faith? Hope. That's what it means. Belief is hope. It is not. So if I tell you that we want to start interpreting or feasting on what Bianca Ojukwu is trying to tell the whole world, but the bottom line of it all is that Biafra is still within the sovereignty of Nigeria, and Biafrans are still governors, Biafrans are still senators, Biafrans are still like Omahia. They are all Biafrans. There's no way they are going to say they are not. Biafra first before Nigeria. Fortunately, a Biafran woman was appointed at the national level to represent Nigeria, specifically on anything that has to do with foreign affairs. And remember, she's still occupying an ambassadorial position with the United Nations while she takes this appointment. She has been ambassador in one of the countries in Spain. So she understands at that level. But one of the things, that's why I'm telling you that, the Igbo national presence currently now is going to be structured under Bianca, because Bianca now, has that image of a physical Biafra in Aso Rock. She can boldly stand up and discuss the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Federal Executive Council meeting. She can boldly mention Nnamdi Kanu anywhere, even without fear of any opposition from the north. She can do it. I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu is trying to score a particular cheap goal. And I think he has done that. And I believe that in no distant time, the restarting of Nnamdi Kanu's negotiation will start. The freedom will involve. Things will become clear. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. But as I'm telling you, there is nothing wrong with that appointment, and there's nothing wrong with what Bianca Ojukwu has said. Millions of civilians, politicians in Nigeria have said more worse things than this. At the end of the day, nothing happened. But it's just been herself saying that before Nigeria breaks, before things got out of hand, I hope this country will actually,
If that's the way you're interpreting it.
Of course, that's what makes me an analyst. It's given, bro, don't you know what it means to give Nigeria an option? All the ethnic laws ended their own in 2023. Everybody is waiting for the possibility or the impossibility to happen. And that's the impossibility is just, either Nigeria die or it survive. And people are ready to carry their cross. Bianca cannot be more prominent than word cannot be more prominent than that of Obasanjo, who said that Nigeria is dead already. So what are you talking about? These are words. When you look at it, you understand very well. You know that Igbo is not to misinterpret, and nobody should misinterpret that, and nobody should victimize Bianca Ojukwu for taking up that position. I support it, and I support it 100%. Anybody that does not support it, let the person hold on and watch the dividends, what it is going to bring at the end of the day. Let me tell you, one of the problems we are having today is how do we globalize the agitation for Biafra and be able to drive it to a particular point where the whole world will begin to look at us from the international space that we have been consistent, we have struggled, that we deserve the restoration, we deserve independence. Who are the people who are going to do that? You know, it is when we have opportunities like that that we begin to see how we can leverage on it, you know, to build more solidarity. I think that's what bringing Biafra is not just go, Biafra has come. There are so many things that is associated with it. Friendship, international solidarity, international support, a lot of things. What leaders, a lot of things. So it will be a push that will continue to do and continue to handle it carefully, so that at the end of the day, with one agenda first, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released from DSS.
What is stopping President Tinubu from releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? What is stopping him?
Nothing. For me, I think he has taken a giant step. One of the steps that they want to take now is, you know, the appointment has given to Bianca Ojukwu. You know, the northern politicians understand what Bianca's appointment mean. They understand what Tinubu want to achieve with that appointment.
You understand?
Yes, they know it. They know it is towards the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They know. They know clearly, you know. Then, on the issue of trying to retain his second term ambition, in case he is disappointed by the Northerners, he want to use Nnamdi Kanu as also a factor to gamble Nigeria, either for disintegration or for continuity of unity. Yes, he can do it. Obasanjo can do it. Already, Igbo Odua nation is already there, steaming under his watch. The Odua nation is there. And you can see the kind of reactions that is coming from the north. Tinubu is not too comfortable with it. So you need to know what to do to balance up things, and he has started doing that. Appointment of Bianca is not just about, you know, because he loves Igbos. Tinubu does not love Igbos, we know. Tinubu does not believe in Igbos, we know. If Tinubu have believe in Igbos, we would have seen it in his government. We would have seen it in his actions. But I tell you that a Tinubu is more happy with the likes of Wike, who are always threatening the Igbo nation, to be in his government. You can see the Asari Dokubo, you know, that one now just fell out because it is no longer conducive. But these are the elements people want to use, you know, to checkmate the excesses of the Igbo rise. And of course, that might likely threaten the second term.
And my stand is that Ojukwu stands alone on his own. He's an individual. He's a person. Actually, when we look at his past, how he led the Biafra war, That was part of his history. But the man has let the bygone be bygone before he died. He has forget about Biafra, and he has been remain, I mean, a loyal Nigerian to the extent that he contested. He wanted to become Nigeria president. So if you give him chance,
Loyal Nigerian, that's why I call it Ojukwu.
yes, even if we give him chance that time, if he was voted for, he will have become Nigeria president. So Ojukwu has forgotten the past, and so that thing transferred to his wife. So while Ojukwu was alive, he and his wife, they will be communicating, and a lot of things will have been sent to, I mean, Bianca. Bianca will have learned a lot from Ojukwu. Ojukwu will have told her a lot of things, and she too, she will have make her believe in Nigeria. Even despite that, how Nigeria has been decayed, there are so many people from Southeast that still believe in Nigeria, that Nigeria is workable. It's not only Bianca that can say something like that. So other people that are not even politicians, they also believe that, well, Nigeria can still stand up one day and work. So thank God for Bianca Ojukwu that she can see it in that way, that Nigeria is still workable. What she's trying to say is that Nigeria is not working now, but it is workable, that it can work. One day will be one day. There is potential. There is light at the end of tunnel, which I like. That it's good to be optimistic. When you are optimistic, you work towards it, then you achieve your goal. Yoruba, it's not easy to a child that does not work. It's not easy to go and throw away that kind of a child. So we are wumbling and fumbling. I know that one day will be one day. Nigeria we will get there.
So
I believe what Bianca said.
You still believe that Nigeria will get there?
Yes, let me tell you why I believe that Nigeria will get there. It is because we are comparing ourselves with some nation that started recently, and they were able to move faster. Maybe because of some circumstances that happened to them. Maybe because we have people that are more loyal to the nation in that country. But we don't look at some country history where they pass through before they get to this place. And I believe that as wind is blowing, it can blow to the right and it can blow to the left. One day will be one day we will have a leader that will get it right.
Some APC supporters are saying that this is a political strategy by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to tone down the agitation of the IPOB.
I've said it that if Tinubu look it in that way, then it will not work. Bianca cannot down the agitation for Biafra. Why? Because I don't know the role of Bianca in agitation for Biafra before. She may just be associating herself with all these brother, maybe Masin Abdikano and Samuel Nepa or whatever. It's just just as a fellow Biafran that are discussing. It will not stop. So I don't believe that this appointment will, have any significant role in dampening the agitation for Biafra in the Southeast. It will not. If Tinubu think like that, he got it wrong. It cannot work. Even politically, it can only work a bit. It cannot work.
Only work a bit.
A bit. And like I will borrow one of my friend word that, well, maybe they are doing this one so that even if they have vote in the Southeast, by 2027, they will have something to fall back upon. That look at it now, and you see that they appoint Bianca Ojukwu and as a minister. And in a particular, let me tell you one thing that is very, very obvious and that I know. You see, you cannot rig election in a place where you don't have people on ground. Who will rig for you? You want to rig? Let's assume that all Nigeria election they are rigged. There is no free and fair election. But despite you cannot rig election where you don't have people on ground. Who will rig for Tinubu in 2027? In 2023, who rigged for? 2023, nobody was able to rig for him in the Southeast. Maybe so he's trying to gather his own foot soldier.
You don't have Uzodinma, you don't have Umahi.
Hope Uzodinma. What can Hope Uzodinma do? Hope Uzodinma is a sitting governor, but he can only do little. But one thing that I will say is this: you see, when you are going to Rome, a million-mile journey begin with a step. So Bianca is just a step, and give it to Tinubu. When we talk of political strategy, Bianca is a step, but I don't see that step as a significant step. But Bible says, don't despise something of a little beginning. It's a little beginning.
Are you underestimating Tinubu?
I'm not underestimating him. I just said that me, you know, why will I underestimate Tinubu? Politically, I cannot underestimate him. You know, I always even give him kudos when he talk called political game. In administration, I don't like his administration. But when we talk of political game, give it to Tinubu. But on this step he take, I said I've not seen it as a significant step that will give him any substantial advantage in the southeast. So, but I see it as just a step, and I said we should not despise something of a little beginning. You know, small APC, they are getting there. They are getting to the southeast. Southeast is their target. Gradually, they have opens Odima. I don't know how they will have another opens Odima. How another APC will succeed opens Odima. I don't understand how that one will happen, because almost everybody in the southeast, they don't like the man. But I wonder how he won the second.
He won on the local government.
He won on the local government. That is irony of it. And people are clamoring. So how was he able to state manage, win all the local governments? Even if you want to rig, must you rig in every local government before you win? So winning every local government is telling you something different to what you are hearing. I mean, on the newspaper, on our social media. So politics is a very, very deep thing, and that before you penetrate into a particular region, it's a gradual process. And this kind of appointing Bianca Ojukwu is just a step ahead, and more must still be coming. You know Tinubu now is somebody that will want to give you something. He will not give you at once. Give them this one first. For Kambale, give them. So I don't know. Maybe he still have some other joker in his sleeve that he still want to pay. But concerning this Bianca, I will not change my stand that Bianca is politically is a paperweight in the southeast. Doesn't economically, I mean, politically, his value is not as high like that.